This is Abu Dhabi. This is normally the final round of the season in real life Formula 1, but this is the penultimate race of the season in Season 2 of Tier 2 in the Exotic Racing Series, and we await for all 5 lights to come on. Protocol starting on pole position. Alongside him is the Renault of Psycho. As they pull away, it's a pretty even start in the front of the field. Looks like the top 4 is going to stay put here. As the orders on the left is a bit shaken up. It's Brizan actually has a terrific start. He's trying to go all the way around the outside of Krika. So he's already made up 1 position by overtaking the Baby Drew, I believe. As they fired in. Oh, there's contact. And Lars is around. It's been tapped around by either Finksig or Pucci as they go 3 wide. That's never going to work into the hairpin. So Pucci being hunted into the wall on the outside of the hairpin as we have a train forming up here. Meanwhile, Ruff is on the back of Lars. Let's see where the actions are. So, oh, it's a dive. There's a dive from Mitchell. He's trying to go down the inside of the Baby Drew, but that doesn't work. So, actually, on the face of the start, nobody moves up positions because Brizan, although qualified in P5, because Mitchie had that penalty, so he is essentially starting from P4. But look at Mitchie, he's already passed the Baby Drew, and into 5th place goes the Racing Point driver. It definitely looks very racy here around Abu Dhabi. Ooh, spicy into the pits. This is not good news for the medium starter. Yellow flag for Pucci. Oh, he's binged it at the pit entry. Well, that's not very good. As the Ferrari has done its traditional trick. One tap hack has spun it on his own as Pucci retires in the pits. So he becomes the first victim of 17 that are racing today. As one tap hack gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. So his race is now ruined. 15% more overtake compared to the man behind him. So on that front, but Brizan gets a shocking exit coming out of the second chicane. This is Mitchie's opportunity. He's deploying all of his overtake. He's forcing Brizan to use a lot of his energy as well. But Brizan just about fends it off. It's getting really tight there, but no way through, says Brizan, as he firmly shuts the door on his championship rival. But here comes the Baby Drew. Is he going to be a factor in this championship battle? In the final sector, that is Ruff going around in the final corner and losing part of his front wing. He's lost his employ at the worst possible time because he now has to do a full lap without half of his front wing as Mitchie climbs that inside curb heavily. He's gone deep, closing in, and is Mitchie trying to make a move. He's trying to go to the inside. Brizan goes wide. That might have been a warning for track limits, as Brizan has to fend off the inside line. They're going side by side. Oh, Mitch has gone all the way around the outside of the left hand. He's pushed Brizan out of the track. Controversy in Abu Dhabi made that be penalized. Mitchie had the corner, to be fair, but he didn't leave Brizan any room on the outside. And now the Baby Drew has taken the position of P5 on Brizan as well. No, he's just not using his overtake. Meanwhile, as I'm trying to pour water into my bottle, we're a fight for the lead as Psycho has taken it and parking it on the apex. And Psycho has moved up into the lead of the race. And behind them, Lars has passed Paul in the P7. And Nick is battling side by side with the other Lars. Oh, he's almost lost there. Zaxi now retires from the session. So our third retirees already. Going back to the lead here as Mitchie now pits. Oh, look at how wide Psycho goes. That could be a warning. That should be a warning. But sometimes in this game, when you go really... Oh, no. Well, that is Psycho's championship hope completely and utterly in the bin. Meanwhile, this last and Nick is still going side by side. They're resuming their battle of P10, currently P8, as great cutback from this last in the AlphaTauri. Neither of them backing off at this stage. They're going to go side by side into turn 11 once again. Where is Nick? There is Nick. Oh, contact. And Nick goes through. Last sends it. Ooh, backs off just in time, but he goes wide himself. Protocol is coming out. Is he going to come out behind? Oh, he's in front of Nick. The Protocol holds on to the lead. However, Michi has done the undercut still. He's got ahead of Rico through the undercut, who's also got a penalty, and Mitch is diving it. He's diving both of them. Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible from the Racing Point driver. He's done 2 in 1, but he's going to attack again because there's no overtake left. The last in the AlphaTauri gonna send it. Ooh, just about braked on time. But he's going to get a terrible accident. Nick almost touches him. This is getting crazy here. Look at them. All of them using the rest of their overtake. As Nick is going to try to go all the way around the outside. Surely not. He's going to try to get the cutback. They're going to go side by side through this section again. That doesn't work. And now Rico is going to be the one that gets frustrated. Look at how slow Nick is on the corner exit. His tires are 7 laps older than Rico. His pace is not as fast as Rico, but there's no way through in the final sector. And Rico can only just see Michi pull away, and that move by Michi to go dive down the inside of both of them into the hairpin was crucial. But Rico, what a move, going all the way around the outside of Nick. You can see Nick dropping like a fly because his tires are that old and they are out of grip. Much Michi has pulled away. Michi is on the back of the race leader as Rico is leaving the door open for the McLaren behind, but he's going to get a great exit coming out of the hairpin, and surely this is P3 back for the Mercedes driver. But look at the baby Drew, he's going in the middle and he's going all the way around the outside. Can he pull it off? Both of them lock up and the McLaren goes deep, but Rico gets the cutback. And the baby Drew doesn't get DRS. Rico using all of his overtake, trying to go all the way around the outside into turn 11. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. Brilliant move from Rico to take P4 on the road, P3 in reality, as Brizza has been passed by CRL Paul. This is terrible, terrible news for the championship leader in the Alfa Romeo. Michi is in an effective P2. Brizza is down in P8, but the baby Drew is the one he needs to be worried about right now. Meanwhile, Brizza surely this time is going to pass CRL Paul, but these two, they are on the same strategy. CRL Paul also got the advantage of the undercut, and look at the exit he gets. Oh, what a brilliant exit from CRL Paul, and surely with the usage of DRS, he's going to retake that P6 position on the road. But Brizza deploying all of his overtake. Meanwhile, going all the way around the outside, the baby joined the McLaren. He's done it, has he? He's gone off track. And where is Rico? He's still there. He's in contact. And somehow, they both stay on the road without spinning. These two, they are still with each other. They started on medium tires. They put on another set of mediums. They're doing the medium soft strategy. But they cannot be separated with each other. And they are fighting for 11th now. I have no idea who they have lost out on because they were fighting for P10. But coming to the final round, but we still have the majority of the race to go, as almost going into the back of Rico was Brizza, as last passes Finsick. He's on fresher medium tires and with the usage of DRS, but he gets a poor exit. He is using a lot of his overtakes though, so Finsick has to regain the slipstream and trying to go all the way around the outside. No, is the answer. And Rico's made a mistake. Brizza's through. Brizza has passed Rico. That may not be good, you know, because he's now 1.6 seconds behind the baby Drew. As Michi crucially picks up a 3-second penalty. So he will not be able to fight for the win, and he is on the oldest medium tires. Can the Baby Jewel and Britain catch Mitchie up? This is getting fascinating here in Abu Dhabi. A lot of possibilities, a lot of potential things that could be played out for in the remaining 15, 16 laps of the race. They'll be able to get a lot of positions. And, these two are just in a league of their own, not in terms of how fast they are, but how similar in terms of their paces. They cannot be separated. They should have like their own solo race, I feel like. Instead of being a 17 driver lobby, they should just have a league of only these two players and trying to see who is the fastest on every single track. Because look at how equally in terms of the pace they are between Nick, the Mercedes, and Lars, the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, Psycho actually is really close to back of Finsick. Okay, let's see. What are you guys doing again? Down the inside is Lars, around the outside of Nick, who's going to come out here. Ooh, little touch. But still, they remain 4/10 apart. 2/10 now. Great exit from Lars. Down the inside goes Lars. Oh, lockup from Nick. He's wide. He's off the track. He's there. And oh my Jesus Christ. I wonder how much tire wear Nick has every single lap. It feels like he's getting like 10-15% tire wear each lap. With the amount of overcorrection he's doing on the car. Oversteer and correction, should I say. Actually, the fight for P4. Quicker going around the outside of Brisbane. If I was Brisbane, I would let him go. I would let him go because Crico should have the pace to get within DRS of the Baby Jewel. Last, meanwhile, closing in on his CRL mate in Paul. Oh! That's a touch and a half. As Mr. Dale gets the penalty for multiple warnings. Meanwhile, Paul, I think he's letting Lars go here. Yeah, he didn't defend that position at all. So they are still mates. That was just a little love tap. As Mitchie pits, he has 12 laps to go. He's gone for the undercut again. Mediums for 12 laps. He's only done 9 laps on this set. Oh, and what do we know, huh? These are still fighting, obviously. Why would they not be fighting, shall I say? Focus on Psycho then. He's finally gonna pass someone. Or is he? Or is he? He's got no overtake. Oh, he's gonna send it. No. Oh, terrible exit from Paul. Surely now. But Paul has more overtake. Psycho is coming. Paul is not using it. Why are you not using your overtake, Paul? What are you doing? He's still on the inside. But Psycho has a better line through the next corner. Why did Paul not use his overtake? I am baffled. As Mitchie passes Mr. Dale. There's a yellow flag. There's yellow flag. What happened there? Britain! It's Britain! What happened to Britain? Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable things here. Britain has had a huge issue. The championship leader has had a huge drop back, and I believe he's now down to an effective P6 here. Wow. That is a huge setback for the championship leader, and Mitchie is really close to the back of Proto Girl with the undercut, but he does have the penalty, so it probably doesn't matter unless he can somehow pull away, as Britain now is on a recover trail. He's gone past Lars, he's gone deep. Lars, perfect cutback, textbook. But he only has 4% of overtake. I don't think that's going to be enough. No. It's a good exit, alright. But you don't have overtake. Can he brake later around the outside? No. He has to cut the corner and pick up a penalty. Oh, this is fight for the lead. Mitchie has tried it. He's failed it. And now Protocol's tires will be up to temperature. And I think Mitchie's one and only opportunity is gone. But, wait a second. Protocol has a penalty now. This is for the effective lead of the race. I repeat, this is for the effective lead of the race. They're on equal penalties now. On lap 19 of 28. This is for the lead of the race. Britain, meanwhile, is in the pits. But now here's a golden opportunity. Oh, Protocol has slide. He slides. He slides. Mitchie sends it. And he's into the lead. Mitchie is into the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And he got DRS from CRL Paul. But look at Protocol. He's using every ounce of his overtake. Mitchie defends the inside line. Don't send it into Paul. Which he did. Oh, and Paul nudges him wide. Wow. So Mitchie, he was defending Protocol. He braked too late. He sent it into Paul. He's now sending it into Paul again. This time Paul lets him go. Or does he? Mitchie has another penalty. This race has just been turned on its head multiple times. In the space of a lap. And Psycho and Finzig makes contact. So Psycho has passed Finzig then into an effective P5 is Psycho. Yellow flag. Oh, finally. Finally this battle has ended. Between Nick and the last of the R in the AlphaTauri. It was good fun. It was a good battle. It was fun to watch. But it was never ending until now. Surely, surely, surely. The baby Drew is going to breeze past him here. And yes, it does. It will, at least. Not yet. And there he goes. Up into P4 goes the McLaren. Meanwhile, Brizza has also gone past his teammate in Finzig. Meanwhile, Lars should get a second go at Paul on this straight. DRS activated. Overtake activated. Overtake turned off because Lars is already through. In the PI goes to Williams. Yellow flag. Who's that? That's Finzig. He's lost out. From P7 down to P9. Front wing damage. He's done a cycle. 5-second penalty for corner cutting. He's done a cycle, I think. Quickly back onto the CRL fight between Paul and Lars. Lars defends the inside line. The baby red passed him. Wow. I said no overtaking the final sector. The baby Drew says yes. I missed that completely. Yellow flag. Nick has... where are you going? Huh? Where did you go? I'm confused. You are probably confused. Paul, meanwhile, has not passed Lars. So Lars retains the position and he has 30% more overtake. So surely Lars is going to fend Paul off. Mitchie is right there. Meanwhile, Paul has got a penalty because Lars didn't leave him in any room. But these two are also fighting amongst their own. They have no threat from ahead. No threat from behind. Paul is just... Oh, Lars, come on now. Give your mate a bit of room. You literally pushed them out of the track. And Paul's picking up another penalty. Within 3 corners, Paul's picking up another penalty. As Nick retires a virtual safety car. What happened there? Where's Nick? Oh, he's he's done that, alright. Is that gonna change things? I doubt so. And why has Mitchie passed Protocol? What's happened there? Wow! I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea why Mr. Dale has got a 20-second penalty for speeding onto the virtual safety car. But this is crazy here. Protocol now needs to catch Michi. He doesn't. He needs to not be dropped by Michi by 7/10. They're on equal overtake. This is a 2-lap shootout between Michi and Protocol. This is not. Because Michi has just picked up another penalty. And this means the Baby Drew is now in P2. And Michi has just lost 2 points there. How have things just changed through one virtual safety car? Michi somehow took the lead on track, but because he got another penalty, he's actually going to lose a position, despite finishing P1 by the checker flag. Different penalty amount. Oh, the Paul just decided to cut the corner to go ahead of Lars and put Lars in the wall, or trying to. And he failed. And he failed again. Hey! I mean, these two don't care. They probably saw Mr. Dale having 32 seconds of penalty and think, okay, let's pick up 30 seconds of penalty as well. Is Lars gonna send it? He didn't, but Paul goes wide himself. Contention with Kriko. As Paul is now going to weave around in front of Lars. Again, this is all friendly fire because they are both a part of the CRL group. So, no intention of blocking here. They're just having fun. The penultimate race of the season. They are in no danger of other drivers around them anyway, so just let them do what they want. It's all fine. Right? At the end of the game cycle, do whatever you want now, because otherwise you will not see this game again as Finsick takes that point away from Psycho. The main matter for Psycho's bid for P3 in the championship, as Paul goes very defensive. Last switch to the outside, going all the way around the outside is the Williams, not close enough. And I think Paul is going to finish ahead on track because Lars gets a terrible exit. And they're both out of overtake. Is Lars going to cut the corner here? No, he's actually being sensitive. No, he does! Oh, and here comes Paul. Meanwhile, Michi takes the checker flag, but finishes in P3 on comeback of penalties. Protocol wins in Abu Dhabi. The Baby Drew will come across the line in P3, but finishes in P2. Kriko takes whatever position, we don't care, because CRL Paul has just crashed out, and he has done almost a Romain Grosjean-esque saying, oh, that looks bad for the harsh driver. Rest in peace, CRL Paul. Mr. Dale, meanwhile, he has 41 seconds of penalties. How has he not been disqualified? Anyway, on my count back, there will be a 7-point gap between Brizzer and Mitch, however. That remains to be counted from the Racing Hub by the race stewards and the race directors in the league. As Spicy, after a terrible lap 1, somehow finishes in P8.